I would like to pay my higher respect to academy managers, judges, school principals, vice principals, teachers, contestants, ladies and gentlemen. Well, good morning. Welcome from this side of the house. The motion for debate today is this house believes that attendance at school should be optional. So now we are, as the government side, purposefully present here to support the motion. But before we going to come up with our argumentations and put forward our case, we would like to define some important terms for this debate first. Well, ladies and gentlemen, according to the Cambridge Dictionary, the word attendant is as a noun means that the act of being present at a place or at somewhere. And the word optional means that available or to be voluntary or available to be choosing but not compulsory. So, ladies and gentlemen, therefore, our motion today means that students have their own options or choice whether to or not to go to school when as attendance is not compulsory for them. So, ladies and gentlemen, we as the government team have structured our team as follows. So I, as the first speaker, will be undertaking opening, definition, team line, and also arguments. And our deputy prime minister will be defining our case, attracting the point, and making an argument. Last but not least, our member will be responsible for summary our team case and doing rebuttal and analyzing the main issue. Ladies and gentlemen, as we know that attendance at school, attendance is the part of the educational program in every school. But as a matter of fact, it doesn't mean that it is a key aspect of students' learning. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's why we government side strongly support with the motion saying that attendance at school should be optional. Yes, that's what we have been looking for, dear member of the whole. Ladies and gentlemen, to support this motion, here are our argumentation which need to be laid out why attendance at school should be optional. First of all, attendance could be optional as a reason for students' success is not exactly for the attendance. Ladies and gentlemen, dear member of the whole, please let me ask a question. Are you a successful person or a learner because of the attendance? Of course, it's not really. Well, based on the article, Lauren B. 2018 has stated that although most schools have their own strict attendance policy, but many students still fail the exams. So, www.booking.edu.com. Yes, Lauren, you are right. Ladies and gentlemen, to prove a real exam for this case, let's take a look at some part of the former students who didn't care about attendance and missed the class, but now become a millionaire, such as Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Marcus Dell, Marcus Bird, and so on. To what we have raised, it doesn't mean that to promote the dropout students, but in fact to consider imbalance between attendance at school and the real success of students is based on their ability and talents. So, honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, let's proceed to another argument which support the motion. Attendance at school should not be optional because it is an informal assessment. Ladies and gentlemen, what we are explaining is that there are two kinds of assessments. The first one is referred to formal assessment and another one is informal assessment. And formal assessment is referred to standard tests to measure academic achievement of learning, proficiency of students, and based on the James MC. Mellon, who wrote about the classroom assessment 2004, has wrote about student assessment, has stated that assessment student academic ability is not totally rely on the informal assessment such as attendance. So, ladies and gentlemen, to make it clear, attendance at school should be optional. It is because of the main factor of student success is not, and it is not informal assessment with those two logical reasons. And we as government side strongly support to the motion with saying that attendance at school should be optional. Thank you. So first of all, I would like to pay my respectful to all judges, teachers, my fellow friends, ladies and gentlemen. Very good morning. Well, my name is Rajit and I am as the first speaker of the opposition side. Well, before we come up to our own argument, let us first have a look at what the first speaker of the government side have said. You have said that successful person or a learner does not only actually come from the school, right? So what about you? Do you ever come to school or you always absent to the school? Your parents take you to school just because they expect that you will become a successful one in the future by getting a lot of knowledge from the school. And one more thing, you said a lot of persons that become a billionaire like Bill Gates, he missed the school and he can become a billionaire house. So can you tell me that how many people that such Bill Gates like that and can become a billionaire, and how many people that never attend to school and become the one who work for the other company or becomes a poor people? So, ladies and gentlemen, as we are in opposition side, we still strongly believe that attendance at school shouldn't be optional. In order to support us, we have raised our three important arguments today, such as attendance contributes a lot of building up self-discipline, compulsory attendance improves student academic achievement, and the last is attendance can push student potential and ready for opportunity. So, now let's come back to our first argument is attendance contributes a lot of building up self-discipline. One of the most important things your child can do to reach the goal of success is attending school every day on time. Just by being present at school, your child is learning how to be a good citizen. By participating in the school community, learning valuable social skills and developing a broader worldview. Moreover, students learn self-discipline due to mandatory attendance, which will help them in their professional as well as personal life. Getting education is not cheap either, so it is a waste of money to skip classes and not learning the things that they can. Ladies and gentlemen, enforcing mandatory attendance could actually be treating students as adults. Once students get a job, they would be allowed only the certain amount of vacation and absences. So, these are the way to prepare students for real world and reinforce the sense of responsibility. Likewise, to make sure they get to class while meeting all their other obligations, students will have to perfect time management skills. In the process of learning how to balance all their responsibility, students could become better at multitasking skills. More than this, when a child regularly engages in the same activity, they will be more likely to develop structure, and this structure instills a better sense of time management skill. Your time management into your child that will be useful in many avenues of their life. Regular school attendance patterns encourage the development of other responsible patterns of behavior. In contrast, the voluntary school system will bring in discipline among students and make them an irresponsible person. School makes students disciplined by giving them education along with liable rule and regulation. So let's go to our second main point is compulsory attendance improve academic achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, by attending class regularly, your child is more likely to keep up with daily lesson, assignment, takeaways, and tests on time. Research has shown that your child's regular attendance may be the greatest factor influencing their academic success. Students who attend school regularly are more likely to pass reading and math assessment than students who don't. Good attendance is needed to develop a strong sense of community in a classroom and to encourage a healthy sense of class participation. In the same way, compulsory attendance will improve overall performance of the student and will guarantee their satisfactory result and will also encourage socialization. Ladies and gentlemen, according to Mr. Main Kim Sring, academic manager of American Bridge International School, has set three important policies of our school attendance. It said about student attendance have to be carefully and regularly checked daily. Under the attendance criteria, student would be evaluated as follow 3 points such as: first, student will be deducted 1 mark, the raw score of an absent or 2 permission. Second, student get the raw score of 1 mark a day or 5 marks a week for being present. And third, student will automatically fail and repeat the level if he or she is absent for 10 times or 20 times per term. Also, younger students are exposed to classes and activities that are crucial for developing language. The window of opportunity for optimal language learning is small, so it is important to teach them consistently while they are young. Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to pay my highest respect to academic nature, honorable judges, school principal, vice principal, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning. I, as a second speaker from the government side, standing here to defend and to support to the motions, as well the firm argumentation that raised by our Prime Minister, and to counter again the back point of the speaker from the opposition side. Honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, but before going through to my own counteraction, I would like to point out some flaw that the first speaker from the opposition side has raised that optional school attendance at school should not be optional because it can build the discipline. I totally disagree with it and would like to do a rebuttal beyond to the null point as that. How can it build a discipline if they go to school but they don't study? And the second point they raise is about the opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, we can also apply the opportunity by the e-learnings or by involving the social works. Honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, to avoid your confusions, it seems like our Prime Minister has already defined the key term as well the whole motion that students can have their own choice or option to attend or to present at school, as the attendance at school is not compulsory. Our Prime Minister has also mentioned that it is not a dropout promotions. However, this is what we try to differentiate between the attendant and the student beyond their real success in both learning and living. Honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, to support this motion, we're saying that attendance at school should be optional. Here are our supportive arguments we're supposed to lay out consistently. First of all, attendance at school should be optional because it can benefit students such as self-development. Honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, we believe that what is meant by self-development is that students can invest their time and involve in social work. Because of the optional school attendance, students can take their time and take part in any events, competitions, extra activities, or study courses. Dear opposition side, if it's not because of the optional school attendance, how can you be here doing this debate competition, right? Honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, I am pretty sure that our school principal and vice principal are now pursuing a master's degree. The opposition side, are you sure that you attend the class all the time and never miss it when you're fully busy with your personal task? So, by not attending regularly in school, the first concept is definitely about the optional school attendance. As we're now living in this 21st century, we can adapt ourselves to the e-learning. As what we got from the Chris Love, who read in the article about the attendance at school should be optional, 2016 stated that some students themselves do better learning on their own, and some students themselves are perfectly capable of performing outstandingly in a course without having to attend much through e-learning. By what we mean is that if students are absent or miss the class, they can ask their instructor to send their lesson or their assignments through the social network. Honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, let's pursue to our second counteraction, which is reason why attendance should be optional. Because optional school attendance can reduce this comfortable burden over students. It is not surprising at all that only the poor or the lazy student don't want to come to school. But, however, we should consider that the main factor that leads students to prefer optional school attendance. As the result of the study from www.bookletschoolattendance.com stated that students can have their own choice to attend or not due to, for example, illness, family responsibility, personal task involvement, bullying, unsafe condition, harassment, and embarrassment. Honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, as a result, optional school attendance is just like an important part which can benefit students such as self-development and reduce this comfortable burden over students. Honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen,
We, the government side, we are standing here and strongly supporting the motion with saying that attendance at school should be optional. Honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, please join us and stand by our side. Thank you.
So first of all, I would like to pay my highest respect to judges and ladies and gentlemen here. Well, good morning. And as I am a second speaker of opposition side, I will continue our case in a minute. But before it, I would like to rebut to government side. Government side has said study without teachers. Is it better? But when you burn, you're not clear about the studying. You need teachers and to train you and to give advice to you. And no one's burn can speak English, can speak other language by not learning to and not attending to class. Government side here, they can't speak English very well because of what? Because of you attend to school every day. And another one thing is, if not attend to school, how can you know about the lesson to learn? And about the subject, how can you know about academic record? And how about you not attend to school? And how can you can attend the debate here? That's why attend to school. That the reason give you information about academic record. Ladies and gentlemen, our third argument is attendance can push students potential and ready for opportunities. For students being in school every day, give them a chance to learn more about scholarship opportunities and learn important information to build a successful academic record. Regular school attendance can also help students who are learning language and other subjects by giving them opportunity to master and skill information they need more quickly and accurately. Many colleagues actually absent when students attend and participate in academic events, go on education turn or similar. This way, students could still be able to do extracurricular activities. A 28 study contract by Rhodes Community Scholar at Arizona State University that tracks students from kindergarten to their high school to found the dropout pattern dwelling with poor attendance. Ladies and gentlemen, in the same way, school buckets many suffer when students don't attend. In many states, school buckets based on the average daily attendance at the school. It's difficult for the teachers and the class to build their skill to progress if a large number of students frequently absent. To falling behind in academic, students who are not attending school on regular basis are more likely to into trouble with the law and cause problems in their communities. In addition, being in school every day gives them a chance to learn more about college and scholarship opportunities. School gives you opportunity to learn basic knowledge of different subjects. You learn to write, read, listen. It would not be possible when you just stay at home and not attend to school. This world is already uneducated enough. They are involved in activities they should not be in, like drug abuse gang, and 60-70% of dropouts end up in prison through bad choice. They have learned better if they went to school. Ladies and gentlemen, children will participate in many social situations and being told for standing the world around them. Socializing with peers help they understand social how to express their thoughts. Like this, students with good attendance record generally achieve higher grades and enjoy school more. Who develop on the job attitude towards school will be more desirable to future employer. Ladies and gentlemen, if school attendance is made optional, it would make students in ordinary and students who would have fewer chance of successful career as community first students who have regular schooling over students with home-based education system. students themselves are not inclined toward on individualize and develop less time. And child who does not attend to school will be unlikely to keep up with this work. The more students miss school, the lower their grade. And the lower their grade, the less they stay in school. The less they want to stay in school, the more likely they will drop out. So thank you so much.
Dear academics manager, honorable judge, school principal, vice principal, teachers, ladies and gentlemen, well, good morning. I, as a government member, it is my honor and privilege to do the rebuttal beyond the nose point of the opposite side. Please allow me to prioritize the main cases that has been addressed by our team first, as can be accurately seen and considered. Attendance is just only the requirement, not the key role to completely lead to academic achievement. However, attendance at school should be optional as it gives students some benefit. It is reasonable that the argumentation encountered by the government side are ultimately strong enough to be taken into account. Honorable judge, ladies and gentlemen, let's go straight to the reason why attendance at school should be optional. And it is clearly and truly shown by the Prime Minister related to the balance between attendance and the real achievement of students in their academic performance. And here is a real case why a lot of grade 12 students still fail their exit exam, even though they attend class regularly, but it doesn't mean that attendance can totally help students to pass the exam if there is no real ability. Now let's see and take a look at some former students who didn't attend the class and drop out of school and now become millionaires. Honorable judge, ladies and gentlemen, do you know who is Bill Gates? Between 4 years of his study, he decided to study only 2 years and then drop out. Do you know why? Because he thought that attendance at school was optional for him. Instead, he tried to put all his effort in order to be succeed in his life. And what more, the mark that students get from their attendance cannot help students to measure their ability if they don't take the test. That's called informal assessment. Honorable judge, ladies and gentlemen, let's move to our supportive argument that firmly laid out by our Deputy Prime Minister. Attendance at school should be optional as it gives students time to develop themselves. According to www.quora.com, has claims that optional attendance can give students who are given excellent opportunity to develop.